this is Debbie here from Southern Delight. I'm really glad that you tuned in today. Well, if you're tuning in, you probably want to know how to make some extra cash making gift baskets. I have put together a series of videos to help you guys earn some money making gift baskets. I have come up with some ideas for every holiday that you can actually use my idea, add your spin to it, or do whatever, but it gives you a product that you can actually sell for each holiday. Like we've had Valentine's Day, we've got Mother's Day, we've got Easter, but I'm putting together a playlist of these items that I have actually done and tried in the past that have earned extra money for me. And yes, they all used one sign in a shoebox. And I'm also going to be sharing some marketing ideas with you, and I'm going to be doing this video. I've got another one that is strictly on pricing. I'm also going to be doing a setup, and I've got plenty more lined up for that to help you to continue to grow in your little part-time business. So stay tuned and we'll get started. First, what you're going to want to do is decide on your product. Right now, we've just finished up with Valentine's Day, and I hope you had a successful Valentine's Day season. I know that I did really wonderful, and I'm getting ready to jump right in and start on spring, Easter, and Mother's Day. But for this video, what I've done is I have put together a gift basket with one sign in a shoebox for a mother. And this right here is the one that we're going to be focusing on today. Because what you're going to actually want to do is go out, decide what product that you're going to want to be making and selling. Because right now we're going to be focusing on the one holiday season of Mother's Day. Well, of course, Mother's Day. What is Mother's Day all about? It's about mothers. But also the market opens up for also a customer looking for someone that they're going to be buying for grandmothers. They're going to be husbands buying for wives, and then you're going to have mostly people buying for their moms. So you're going to want to build a product that moms are going to like. So what I've done in this one, it's very versatile. This is just one of the many gift basket ideas that I've come up with. And I just added in, this one is actually for a gardener. I have added in some gardening gloves, and I've added my own little unique spin to it. These gloves I transformed into a flower. I have added a hummingbird pick to it. And then over here in the corner, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a sign that says, this is home is where mom is. And then I just added in some candies. But this one is very versatile because with this style of gift basket, you can take, and the products that I've used for this one, I have used, I've used like just some little bitty signs. And then with this one, I did use a box. You're going to want to go ahead, make your product. You want to find out exactly how much money you have invested in your product. Then once it's all done, I want you to take and give it a good look. You want to make sure that the product is presentable, that it's going to hold up, that it's good quality, and you're going to want to make sure that you didn't just throw something together and then expect to go out there and make a bunch of money. You don't want to go to the Dollar Tree and say, oh, this looks nice, this is nice, and throw it all in a basket and try to sell it. You could do that and you might make a little bit of extra cash on it, but remember, your product is representing you and your company. So you want to build something that is very good quality, because the customers that you are selling to today, you want those customers to be repeat customers, and you want them to come back to you. So you want to focus on quality of your good. So for this one, what I have done, I have taken, and this one item, I am able to swap out different items in it, because if I get that more sophisticated customer that comes in, let's say you've got a mother that does not like plastic flowers. She likes real flowers. Well, what you could do is you could take, and instead of using a box, a little paper box, use a wooden box, and then just swap out the plastic flowers for the real flowers. But now remember that when you're making these products, if you do that for a more sophisticated customer, most of the time, if they're more, the cost of the goods will go up, but you're able to reflect that into your pricing, which later on I will do a video on that, and I'm doing a video strictly on pricing of the product. So don't be afraid to be versatile. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure that once you get it together that you're able to move it around, that you want to think about things like think about where you're going to be selling it to. If you're doing mail only, I would not suggest doing something like this because these are a little bit harder to do or to mail. You want this style basket is usually one that I would do probably at a craft sale, or I would take pre-orders for where I could deliver them, or where the customer could actually come to the place, come to your home to pick them up and buy them, or to wherever your spot is designated for you to make that transaction. So you want to think about that in like packaging of your item. Another point that you're going to want to do is incorporate something of yourself into it. I know that if you are tuned in and you're watching this video, you're probably a crafter, you're probably an artist, somebody that has some type of talent that you're trying to market. So if you happen to say, like with this one, I just added in the unique twist because I love doing gift baskets and I love doing flower arrangements. Well, I incorporated this in the gift basket of, like, when I added the gloves, I added the unique spin to it and made the gloves into a flower going along with the flower arranging type theme. And also, if you haven't done so already, come up with a name for yourself. That's like, most of you know me by Southern Delight. Well, Southern Delight happens to be the name of my channel, but the name of my business is called Southern Delight Gifts. That's usually how my customers find me. So you want to go ahead and start your business name. And also, another tip to do is to have some business cards made up. Just put your company name on it with your phone number, and then on the back put your name. And then if you have a website or if you have a YouTube channel, incorporate that also into your card. And then that way, once you get your gift completed, you can take and punch a hole in this with like a little hole puncher and add some ribbon to it, and that way the next time the customer is looking for a gift idea, or they're pleased with this one and they have a birthday coming up, they'll give you a call. That just helps you to build customers, because most of my customers, like people I'll do an arrangement for, usually the next season around, they'll just give me a call up and say, hey, can you make such and such? And then I can go ahead and make them up something for the next round. So, but these are just some tips and ideas that I've had and things that I've learned through the years, and I just wanted to pass them along to you so that it can help your business grow and be successful. See you next time.